Welcome back to another episode of Camera Crew Simulator here on Roblox, where today we're in the London Heathrow Airport, and there's a very good reason for it, is because I want to talk about 5 features that I would love to see not only implemented in this airport, but into other airports in the game. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because when they've built this brand new airport right now, this airport has features that other airports do not have. It's wild. When they've made this one, it's kind of, they've completely taken a left turn. All the other airports are similar. They have the same features, same designs, kind of technically different layouts, obviously, but it's all the same. London, this brand new airport, is different from the rest. It's got features that do not exist. It's got ideas, it's got layouts, it's got stuff we don't have in any other airports, which has now sparked interest and ideas in your boy's brain that maybe we could see in the future. I would love the developers to implement these 5 features that I want to talk about today that could really improve and make the game more realistic, and maybe they could add it to the other airports as well. So before we get into it, guys, I just want to say right now, if you are enjoying these Camera Crew videos and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new around here so you get notified when more episodes do come out. And also, in the comment section down below, let me know right now what you think of these 5 features. Go through each one and let me know if you like the idea, if you would change it, or just let me know if you've got any other ideas or features that you would love to see to these London airports. So, the first thing I want to start then is not actually up here. I want to start all the way at the bottom to this area down here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into it. Oh, no, I can. I can get into it, which is basically customs. This is the first airport in the game right now that they've implemented customs. Now, I'm not too sure why it's the first airport that's got it. When we think about it in reality, I get it. They've tried to make the London Heathrow as realistic as possible, because this airport is based off Terminal 5 and London Heathrow, for those who don't know. And we have customs. Now, in customs here, we have actual kind of NPCs there, and they've got names. You can sometimes see them. There we go, security. And my idea for this is, what if, boys, what if you could only complete your flight not only by opening up all the overhead lockers, but all of the passengers need to go through customs? Could you imagine that actually happening? And just like the gate agents, when you kind of have a flight created and you've got gate agents, can I zoom out right now, chilling at the desk right now, and you've got to level them up for speed, could you imagine how cool that would be? They come in, they check their passport, they've got to go through, and it's not until the last one's gone through that then the flight has been completed and you can get your money for a successful journey. Now, obviously, it's quite a big thing to implement. They would have to add customs at every single airport, and maybe they only go through customs if you fly from one country to another. Like, I know in Roblox, yeah, I know in Roblox series, basically San Francisco, they have a New York airport and they have a Seattle airport as well. And so, an LA airport. I can't even say the words right now. So, flying within the country, they won't have to go through customs. But, you know, when they fly from country to country, they kind of get in here right now, and then you get kind of like a toggled message, like how you can taxi to the gate. Would you like to go through customs? And you go, yes, please. And then all your passengers have to go through. And then you can upgrade the dudes to make them faster so they get through quicker. It just adds a little bit more realism when you're flying from one country to another. But like I said, it would mean every airport would need customs, because, you know, you can fly from any country to any airport and, you know, you're gonna need it. But not every flight needs customs, only if you're flying country to country. So flights within the US, you wouldn't get it. Maybe they have like a little bit of a side access for domestic flights. That could be super realistic. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think they should add customs to all airports? And do you think they should give us the ability to be able to have our passengers go through it? Maybe they can have a setting where you can toggle that feature on and off, like you can toggle on medical events, lost pets, and turbulence. I think it would add a whole new level of realism. And they've only really thought about this and wanted this idea ever since they implemented it in London. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about that one. Now, my number 2 feature that I would love to see, and believe it or not, this kind of ties in with the hotels, but it doesn't tie in with the hotels. So let me explain this right now. Now, in many of the other airports, there's a few different ones where we kind of have like restaurants, and we kind of like have shops and stores. Now, in this one, right, this airport, we have a pizza restaurant over there. We have down below here duty free. And over here as well, we have this whole kind of, there's a bathroom there, but we have this whole little shopping area. Now, it's kind of made me feel like, yeah, this is great. There's another little cafe there as well. This is great. And what they're kind of displaying is items that we can actually buy in the game. Now, if I go to the catalog, this is the stuff that they're talking about right now. This is the stuff that you can buy, which I'm surprised they haven't got an achievement for buying all clothing, all suitcases, you know, all travel stuffs and whatnot. It's stuff that you could buy. But what I would love to see is, again, these stuff implemented in every single airport. And it would be nice if these stores were actually interactive. Like, instead of, you know, as well as being able to go to the catalog, you know, that's cool and all that kind of jazz. But also being able to walk up to here and then a little finger peer up saying, like, this is, I mean, what one is this? Can we figure what one is out? The basic male suit. And then you can buy and equip it. It would then feel more immersive that you're actually doing some shopping. And you can then kind of equip the stuff in the airport. You can equip the bag and buy it here and all that kind of jazz. What else is there in the store? There's the suits, the clothing, there's the suitcases. There is the travel stuff as well, like the little hats and the pins. I don't know if that's actually in the clothing store. No, they can have like a little section over here for hats and pins or whatnot, or a hat stand somewhere, something like that. I would like the stores to be more immersive to where you can actually go up to the objects and buy them and equip them. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, what would be even cooler is if they were to implement, you know, a store in every airport. They don't have to. They could do like select airports to have stores, maybe only the busy and major ones. And it could be kind of cool where there's only certain items are in London. There's only certain items in New York. There's only certain items in LA. So you kind of only get different kind of clothing stuff. And maybe they can have stuff, or, you know, I wouldn't say get rid of this catalog feature here, but if they got rid of that and made it where the clothing's localized to airports, different clothing in different airports, it'll give you more of a reason to go to those places to buy that clothing. And maybe in the catalog, you can only equip the clothing that you've bought. And maybe the stuff that you haven't bought is grayed out, but you can't buy it here. You only buy it in the store, in the airport, but you have to travel to all the airports to eventually be able to buy all of the clothing, because not all clothing would appear in the same places. I think that's a pretty cool feature. I think it will make the airports more immersive, more of a reason to explore them, more of a reason to kind of collect everything right now, and more of a reason to kind of sit back, relax, and just watch time pass in the terminals. Now, I did mention the stores kind of tie in with the hotels, which is why I want to talk about the third feature. And it's kind of sticking to the stores again, but not. What it's actually sticking to is the cafes and the restaurants. Now, this is the first time, right, we've got cafes, restaurants, kind of. I know some of the other airports we kind of have, there is some like duty-free shopping, but it's not actually called duty-free, and it doesn't display real-world products like we do right now. But this is what I'm thinking about, right? Bear with me on this one. This is going to take some explaining to do. Now, what if you could buy food and drink? You could buy it in duty-free. Now, bear with me on this one. It's going to take some explaining. You could go to the cafe and you can buy a sandwich and some coffee. And you can go to Austin's pizza place over here and buy a pizza slice. Now, you may be thinking, well, why, SENIAC? Why would we need to buy pizza and drinks? Is it purely just for the funsies, for the cosmetics? No, right? One, it then gives a reason to go to these places and interact and spend some cash. I've got too much cash in the game. I need to start spending some, right? But what it could tie into, a while ago, I did a video, okay? I did a video where I talked about the worst feature or the worst thing in Cabin Crew Simulator, and that is the hotels. And I kind of came up with an idea with how we can make hotels work in the game. Because at the minute, I feel like hotels are the most pointless thing in the game right now, because there's no reason to go to them. There is no reason to go to a hotel at all. It's pointless. It's fun. You go there once. Once you've been there, you never go there again. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It's called The Worst Feature in Cabin Crew Simulator. But basically, to summarize, I kind of had the idea to make hotels work. What the developers could do, now, it was kind of a good thing and also a bad thing, is implement energy bars, right? Again, bear with me right now. You can have an energy bar, you can have a hunger bar, and you can have a thirst bar. Now, before you say, SENIAC, that just sounds absolutely ridiculous right now, but I'm thinking like Bloxburg energy bars, that kind of thing. And you replenish your energy bar by sleeping at a hotel. You replenish your hunger bar by getting food. You replenish your thirst bar by getting a drink, okay? It makes the life of a cabin crew personnel a bit more immersive and more simulator based. Now, the reason we have energy bars is if you've got a maxed energy bar, you can only do so many flights before then you're told you need to take a rest. You need to have something to eat. It will not let you do another flight until you've gone to sleep, had something to eat, had a drink, been to the bathroom. I mean, you could have a bladder rating as well. And stuff like that. So it enables you to take breaks. It enables you to spend more time in the airport. It enables you to utilize the hotels. But more importantly, it then gives us the ability to utilize the restaurants, the cafes in the actual airport, which would then mean all the airports would need an update to have a restaurant and a cafe. They all have hotels except Roblox. Yeah, Roblox is the only airport that doesn't have a hotel. So that would need it. But that would be a kind of a cool feature. Now, the only reason, again, I'm bringing this back up again is literally because London has stores. It's the only airport that has stores. But I mean, technically, there is some airports that do have a version of duty-free, but not to the extent London has right now. And that is kind of wild. So we're going to move on to number 4 right now. The 4th feature that I would love to see. Again, let me know about what you think about these in the comment section down below. And that is... right, we're coming back to the customs kind of idea, but if we're allowing people to kind of, you know, go through customs, what about allowing people to, you know, go through check-in? Not every airport has a check-in area. Some do, but they're not great. Some airports, like Roblox here, has no check-in at all. Some airports are literally, you create a flight and everyone spawns and walks through security. Some people don't even walk through security. They spawn in bathrooms and toilets and around the corners in airports. So what I would like to see is the ability where when you create a flight, right, your check-in desk agent spawns in. You can choose to upgrade them like the gate agents for higher speed. Higher the speed, the more people you can push through. And then all of a sudden, they start queuing up. And then they queue up, they wait there, and then when it's their turn, they check in, drop a bag, and then they walk off to security. I mean, to me, it sounds like such a simple feature, but I know it's bigger than that. It's a bigger headache. But if it's a case of they check in, and then they walk here and disappear, and then they could then reappear at security, go through here, you could upgrade your security agent to make them faster. Again, it just makes the game more immersive. I know it then means it takes even longer to complete flights, but they can always just become gameplay settings. I could toggle, like I can toggle turbulence, emergencies, babies crying. I could toggle customs. I could toggle check-in. I could toggle security. So you don't have to do it, but if you're a player that wants more immersion and an ability to have more control over the experience of these flights and passengers, I think this stuff would be kind of cool. Now, like all the other stuff I'm talking about, it means all the other airports would need major revamps because not all of them have desks like this. And you would need to have enough to support all the flights, or you kind of treat it like the runways. If all the desks are taken by people, that would mean you'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who are creating a flight all at once. And you were the 7th person, it would say, you know, waiting for an available checking desk. And then once one becomes free, then your passengers spawn in. So it could be cool. It could be cool. I would love to see something like that. It will kind of make more control. But all these ideas are literally because, right? Literally because of what they've done to the brand new airport of London Heathrow. They've made your boy realize what we're actually missing in the game. Features that would be cool. So developers, it's your own fault, okay? You made this airport too good, and now I want more. I'm a greedy boy, okay? I'm a greedy boy. I want more. But the last feature. Now, the last one is... It is something new that I would like, but it's not. It's more of changing something that already exists, okay? Now, every airport, we have the ability to buy and spawn in, right, a cart. London has a brand new one. It's kind of like SENIAC Red, okay? I don't know whether this is a coincidence. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I wanted London Heathrow. I got London Heathrow. I'm from the UK. Is it a coincidence that the cart is SENIAC Red? Would you guys reckon? Let me know in the comment section down below. But in London, because we have so many new kind of stuff in the airport, like the check-in area, the stores and whatnot, it does become a little bit difficult to drive said vehicle around. I get from the check-in desk to here, and it's a dead end, okay? So I've got to now jump out and then run round. You see where I'm going with this? Then I've got to spawn it again, and I can go as far as here. I can turn around and go down here, and then, you know, I kind of run out of spaces to drive. You see where I'm going, boys? So I'm very, very limited to the maneuverability when it comes to driving the cart in London. So my suggestion would be, in airports like this, where there's too much going on, there's not enough space for maneuvering and stuff like that and whatnot, why don't we have the ability to have a smaller car? Not every airport needs to have the same size car. And what if this was more of a four-seater, smaller golf cart style, where we have the two seats here, we have a little bit of a roof maybe, but then at the back of these two seats will be these two seats flipped around facing outwards, which is basically this. So we're literally reducing it to half the size, making it a little bit more narrow. And then that will allow us to navigate these tight corners. And maybe, you know, around here, right, you can widen this area slightly. I mean, I don't know what this block and building here is doing right now. Maybe move that down a bit. So it gives the ability to drive through. And, you know, yes, we can drive up and down this. We can drive down it, but how easy is it to drive up? That's actually something I've never tested. Let's find out. Not very good, guys. Not very good. We need smaller golf carts, or caddies, whatever they're called. Shorter wheelbases, a little bit higher ride height, so we can get up and over the staircase. You know, there's a reason Europe has smaller vehicles than America. And this airport proves why we need those smaller vehicles. So we could have different stuff, which means it's not just the colors that are different for the caddies, but in tighter places like this, at London, we can have smaller variations. So it's a lot easier to navigate around. Otherwise, there would be, if it wasn't for the achievement, there would be no reason why you would want to buy a caddy in London. Fair enough, the airport's huge, but there's no point. You can't navigate, you can't drive, you can't go anywhere. Let alone going through customs and down the ramp to get on the plane or that kind of jazz. So there's my 5 things and 5 features that I would love to see, not just in London, but implemented across the wider game, all simply because of what the developers added to the London airport. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with them? Would you change anything? Or is there anything that you guys would want to add in that you've now got an idea, all because of the London airport? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So goodbye.